Should all founders even raise external money? I mean, when should they consider it? What kind of ventures are actually right for equity and for debt?
Actually, look, short and obvious answer to this is a big no. Not every business and every founders should raise external money. And I use a certain kind of framework whenever I am asked this question is the three big words. One is risk appetite, the nature of business, and the stage of funding. Coming to risk appetite, I think, do you want to become a founder who wants to kind of run slowly, run longer, want to build gradually, but wants to preserve 100% ownership of your company and wants to completely control the destiny. And your business doesn't require a lot of funding for it to grow. Right? So I think one is risk appetite, and you have the risk appetite to run extremely hard, extremely fast, or you want to take it slow and you want to run it at your own pace. Second thing is, I think the kind of business that you're building. Certain businesses has operating leverage modes which require very fast and large infusion of capital for this to become big, and business starts making sense only at a certain scale. So those kind of businesses require a lot of especially equity funding at the start, because the assets that you need to build for funding are not tangible collateral assets. You don't get conventional debt funding for those kind of companies, hence you require very fast and early stage of equity infusion. Third, I think is stage. I think certain businesses require funding right at the seed stage, where the product building takes 2 to 3 years, team building takes 2 to 3 years, and idea validation itself take many years. In those kind of businesses, I think funding is required right at the start. So it's all comes down to the risk return appetite on at what point of time is it making sense or not. So I think it's an overused, somewhere abused word that a startup is a startup when you are kind of valued by an investor and it had raised funding. But most of the successful businesses, if you would have seen, would have not have raised any external funding for many years in the start.
Raising fund is not the prerequisite for every startup, right? I mean, sometimes people, entrepreneurs raise fund just for the validation, just to get into that club. But the mindset should be really to build a sustainable business.